का क्या फल पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं पता नहीं, जो तारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you, even zero complaint level, मौज में रहो, be happy. श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः, गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Bhagwan Ram went for a Tirtha Yatra, and when he came, something happened to him. We also go to Tirtha Yatra and something happens to us also. What happens to us? We bring things from there and hang in our house, or we are talking about how the Pandits were cheating us, how the rickshawala, the taxi fellows have looted us, and how the hotel where we were staying there was no water. Our Tirtha Yatra is over. But when Bhagwan Ram went and he saw the things around, and after that he learned from every experience, and in that learning process he came अस्थिराः सर्व एवैते सचराचर चेष्टिताः, किम मे राज्येन किम भोगैः कोहम किम इदम आगतम. See, everything in this world is constantly changing. Nothing is permanent in this world. Whatever you may see, whether beings or things, things around we can understand they keep on changing. Body also, we try to accept that body is also changing. But one thing we do not recognize, that there is one factor which is supporting all the changes but not undergoing any change. See? Once I was in Varanasi and talking and gave one very emphatic statement. Never talk about our past. Don't ask anybody about their past. After my talk was over, there was one very elderly person, maybe about 90 or so, 85, 90, and he was not an ordinary person. He was the editor of a very prestigious magazine published by Gita Press Gorakhpur in India, Kalyan. It is one of the most prestigious magazine. He was the editor of that. So he said, Swamiji, I want to ask you, if you don't mind. Yes. Why you are emphasizing so much that we should not talk about our past and tell the children what happened in our life? I said, talk, I have no problem. I told you what I understood. Now you please explain me. I said, I go straight away to the bull's eye. I don't go here and there for shopping. I am very clear about it. What is that, tell me? I said, when you talk about your childhood, childhood belonged to whom? To the body or to you? See? When we talk about our childhood, our teenage, our middle age, Unknowingly, what is happening? Our body identification is becoming stronger and stronger as the age grows. And then, when the old age comes, then we see people around are living one by one, and then all the time the fear comes. See? This is how important it is. Therefore, if we practice this simple thing, that look at the world around when we are moving and learn. If we learn from every single experience of our life, with every single experience, we will grow wise. If we don't learn, we grow old and otherwise. Now, what are the symptoms of the old and otherwise person? Old, we understand body-wise. Otherwise, they have complained about everybody. They are demanding respect. These days, the children, they don't respect the elders. Now, what is our contribution that our age is growing? See, you have high qualification because you have worked for it. You studied hard and you went to college, you got something. We can understand that. But when your age is 90, what you have done? See, friends, therefore, if we learn from our experiences, this is what Bhagwan Ram did. Astira sarva evaite. Whatever we are seeing in this world, whatever it may be, the jada or chetana, everything, they are constantly changing. Therefore, kim me rajyena kim bhogaihi. So suppose I get a kingdom and I become a big person, or I get all indulgence, so what? See? You may be knowing, today only I saw in the news, a very richest man of the world, he has a son and his son has got some disease, and because of that he has to survive only on the steroids, and because of that he cannot stop eating. He eats like a buffalo and he's so huge he can't hold himself. There is no medicine for that disease, and therefore the richest man of the world is frustrated. What sin I had done? See? This is what we have to learn from the world as well as from our life. See, friends. Therefore, kim me rajyena kim bhogaihi. And how long can we go on indulging? See, don't forget our Nachiket. He is our ideal. You know, if we want to tell in short, what is water? So we give a formula, H2O. So what is the formula of an ideal seeker? Nachiket. See? All temptations were given to him, but nothing can tempt him. Therefore, here is Bhagwan Ram. Kim me rajyena kim bhogaihi koham kim idam agatam. And therefore, unless we are not any more interested in the world, then only we can become subjective in our inquiry. See? Therefore, koham, who am I? Who is this creator? Where from this world has come? See, I am editing one book. And the book is Tripura Rahasya. And to cut the story short, the Guru is Dattatreya Bhagavan and the disciple is Parshuramji. Parshuramji killed the Kshatriyas 21 times. And then he came across Bhagwan Ram, who was also Kshatriya. Because when the when the Dhanurban in the Sita Swayamvar was broken, he became angry and wanted to know who is this, and he was defeated, and therefore he became frustrated. And then he went and he was told, the story goes on, and then he was told, okay, if you want to cool, do the upasana. Tripura Devi, one stone was given. This is Tripura Devi. These are the rules and regulations. Do it, upasana, sincerely, perfectly. See? And he does it. You know, when somebody is miserable, he is ready to accept any branch of medicine. So you tell them, you go to naturopathy, it will help you. Yes, they go. And what they do, they make you like a buffalo, give a mud bath and sit there for till you die. See? Because you are in need. Similarly, Parshuramji was in that condition. He was given the Tripura Devi and do the upasana. He did upasana. 1 day, 2 days, no, 12 years. 12 years in our scripture is called a tapas. So, he did the upasana for 12 years. And one day, when he was doing the pradakshina, it clicked in his mind. Come on, yaar. I am only telling Amma, Amma, Amma. But there is no response. And I am going all around and she is simply sitting there. Who is this? Tripura Devi, Tripura Devi. Is it only I am imagining or what? What is the Tripura Devi? And then he again goes back to his Guru, Dattatreya Bhagwan, and there he says, Sir, you will excuse me, I have done your upasana, whatever you told me for 12 years, but now I feel I have wasted my life. He said, how come? Who is this Tripura Devi? That time Bhagwan Dattatreya tells, do you know, you are on the right track. You have fulfilled your upasana. And how? Because now you started thinking. See, friends. Kastvam koham kutamāyātah kāme janani ko me tātah iti paribhavaya sarvam asaram vishvam tyaktva sapna vicharam bhaja govindam bhaja govindam. Therefore, don't think upasana is done for fulfillment of desires. This principle we should be very clear. See, karma is done for the purification of the mind, meaning we don't function under the personal likes and dislikes, but we function under the wisdom of what is right and wrong. That is the karma which will purify our mind, and upasana is done to train our mind to be single appointed to a given job without getting disturbed by anything. By these two techniques, karma and upasana, we become well disciplined in thinking. My friends, all the problems are because of wrong thinking. Correct your thinking, problems are not required to be solved, they get dissolved. See? All the fighting which happens between husband and wife or relation, in-laws and outlaws is only because of this wrong thinking. Wrong thinking cannot be overcome by not thinking. See? But those who are in that yoga business, they tell chitta vritti nirodha yoga, and it never happens, and you suffer more and more. Therefore, Bhagwan Ram, when he moved around, he was wise enough to reflect on all these things that he saw in the world. Kim me rajena kim bhogaihi koham kim idam agatam. Where from this world has come, where I am, who I am, all that. Evam vimrushataha तीव्रम सर्वेषु अपि च वस्तुषु अरतिर्मम संजाता पथिकस्य मरुषि इव. एवं विमृशतः. Vimrusha means what? Reflection. Vimrusha etat asheshena yathechasi tatha kuru. Bhagwan says in Gita, Arjun, I told you everything. Now you reflect on what I told. And then decision will be yours. Here also, Bhagwan Ram says that evam vimrushataha tivram. I was intensely reflecting on my experience in this world. And what is the experiences? Asthira sarva evaite. How many are born and gone? Again, Kathopanishad, sasyamiva martyaha pachyate, sasyamiva jayate punah. Like the grass we grow and like the grass we perish. Is this all life? See, friends, human birth is only for becoming or attainment of such a perfection that He will choose us to express through us. Gita says, Uddhared atmanatmanam natmanam avasadayet atmaiva atmano bandhu atmaiva ripuratmana. We should be such a fit instrument that He will choose us. See, friends, that is the purpose of our karma and upasana. And therefore, here the teacher has started this one. Evam vimrushataha tivram sarveshu api vastushu aratir mama sanjata. Therefore, I have lost interest in all the things and beings in this world. Friends, because I do not get anything and therefore I am frustrated. No. That is not Vairagya. Vairagya, yesterday I gave you example. You have succeeded in your life. See, you have got everything and yet we have the courage to discard it without regrets. That is Vairagya. See, friends, therefore, Pathikasya Marushiva, like a traveler in the desert, he has no interest in anything except the water. Shamyatidam katham dukkham iti taptosmi chintaya shrir mune parimohaya sapi nunam na sharmada. And therefore, I am so much tormented by these miseries in my mind that what is this? Who am I? What is this world? Where from I have come? Where from the world has come? See, friends, when you start reflection, contemplation, then you start analyzing and learning from every single experience of life. Then you don't require books. See, one day, one of the person who was also conducting satsang, he came for my satsang. He knew me earlier. And he said, Swamiji, do you recognize me? I said, I have forgotten God. Where will I recognize you? Tell me what you are, who are you? See, I am also doing satsanga like you are doing, but I have got one problem. I say, what is the problem? I don't get examples. You give so many examples in your talk. Which are the books that you are referring? I said, you are one example. Friends, when you simply imagine this particular topic and then joke number 37. No, it is not like that. Therefore, Sri Mune Parimohaya Sapi Nunam na Sharvada. So how these miseries of my mind will quieten down? Because Taptosmi Chintaya, I am tormented by these miseries. There are the lives of many saints and sages, one or two I'll tell you. There was one Eknath Maharaj in Maharashtra. He was hardly 8 or 7 years or 9 years maybe, not even crossed the 2 digit. So he was doing the puja and upasana and sandhya vandanam and going to the temple, whatever they had, he is doing. One day he thought, how long I am going to continue this thing? I must know who is this Vitthal Bhagwan. I want to know him. And then one day he decided, at that age he went away and he went to some place where there was a great commander-in-chief of the Mughal time. And after having gone there, he lived with him. And then he came out as one of the most important saint of Maharashtra. He was not interested in worldly things, but he was deeply subjective, and therefore tad vijnanatham gurumeva vigacche. Here also Bhagwan Ram is asking Shri Munehe Parimohaya Sapi Nunam Na Sharmada. Therefore, all the Shri means wealth. All the wealth that I have, even if that wealth is with me, that doesn't make me happy with the wealth. And therefore, please help me. And these three things are told. Understand, these three things are very important for us to understand. Sriman Ajana Nindyascha Shurascha Api Vikattanaha Samadrushti Prabhushchaiva Durlabha Purushastrayaha. Three types of people are impossible to be seen in this world. Which are those three? Sriman Ajana Nindyascha. There is a wealthy man and he is not being condemned by the poor people. It is impossible. Poor people are always looking down upon the rich people. We know how they have earned. They are all cheat. They are looting. Therefore, a rich man being not censured is impossible to see. Then, Shurascha api vikattanaha. And the second one is, if a very powerful man, very successful man, and he will not have ego, is impossible. And the third one is Samadrushti Prabhushchaiva. And if somebody is having the a great power, and even then he is equanimous to everybody. These three things are almost impossible. Therefore, these are the reflection Bhagwan Ram is telling to Vashishta ji and everybody. Ayu Palvakonagra Lambambu Kadabhanguram Yujjate Veshtane Vayo Akashasya Kandanam Grasanam Cha Taranganam Astat Naishu Yujjate. Our life is like a drop of water on a leaf, and the whole world is just like a blade of grass, and impossible to know where from the air comes, where it goes, and the sky, it cannot be done anything in this manner. The waves of this life can never be known. Tarabopihi jivanti mrugapakshinaha. Even the trees are living, the animals are living. Sa jivati manoyasya mananeneva jivati. Now here Bhagavan tells a principle. Simply living is not life. He says, Taravaha api jivanti. The trees are also alive. 100 years, 200 years, there are trees. Then, jivanti mrugapakshinaha. The animals also live. The birds also live. Sa jivati manoyasya mananenaiva jivati. He is a human being who is able to reflect on the day-to-day experiences of his life and learn from that. Then we are the human being. You know that popular shloka? Ahara nidra bhayamaithurancha samanya etat pashubhidranam dharmo hi tesham adhiko visheshaha dharmena hina pashubhis samana. See, four things are common between animals and us. Ahara, eating, nidra, sleeping, bhaya, sense of insecurity, and maithunam, procreation. If this is all that our life is, then why we should be called as human beings? Therefore, Darwinically we are animals. But Vedantically we are not animals. Therefore, who is the then Manusha? Dharmena hina. Because we have dharma, therefore we are Manusha. And what is our dharma? Our dharma is only this. The dharma of the eyes is to see without biasness. The dharma of the mind is to think without biasness. The dharma of the intellect is to know the truth. And therefore, sa jivati manoyasya mananenaiva jivati. Therefore, our mind is meant only for reflecting and analyzing our experiences, and with every single experience, we must learn and grow wise. Remember this principle, friends. Yesterday I told you, and I know you have forgotten, but I am happy about it. Then I can bluff the same bluff second time. See? Write every day in your notebook what you have learned today. See my confidence. None of you do that. And yet I tell. Because this I have learned from you. Let them say. There was one person who came from USA to Mumbai. He came to meet me. Swamiji, how are you? How are you? And the same standard dialogue. Swamiji, I am your fan and all that. I said, okay, very good. Keep moving. Then he said, you know, when I come from my work, I immediately finish my dinner. About 5:30, 6 o'clock I take my dinner. Thereafter, I go to my room, relax, and I am in the bed and start your MP3, and I don't know when I sleep. That day I realized people listen to me to go to sleep, not to awaken. See friends, rise above. Therefore, manoyasya mananeneva jivati. The mind is meant for reflection, contemplation, not getting lost, this, that, this is enough, is enough. One principle I told you, try this. We must be at least some time of the day silent without talking to oneself. This is the highest spiritual practice. See? Don't require anything outside. And anywhere you can practice it. I have named this yoga. This is my, special yoga, copyrighted yoga. And the name of this yoga I gave. Yoga is what? Don't talk to yourself. And what is the name? Commode yoga. In the morning when you land on the commode, till the job is done, you are not going to talk to yourself. Give it a try. Do you know what happens because of this? Mind is dissolving in consciousness. That is the death of the mind. Who wants to die? See? How the mind survives? By the food. And what is the food of the mind? Either the past memories, or the future worries, or the present comparisons. Try these three things. So when we stop talking to ourselves, future is arrested. Because there is nobody to talk, so past is arrested. And therefore, you are in the utter present, nothing to compare with. I went to some Jain family, I used to stay with them. That lady asked me this question. Swamiji, our sadhvis also tell and you also tell, Atma Chintan Karo. What is the meaning of Atma Chintan? They never tell and you also never tell. I said, if we tell you, then our market will go. We will not tell you. No, please tell. I said, Atma Chintan means suspension of Anatma Chintan. Recognize this simple rule. Eyes can see everything in this world except themselves. Mind can think about everything in this world accept itself. And how the thinking happens? By way of going in the future, or going in the past, or comparison in the present. So where from we start? We start from Commode Yoga. In the morning you get up, you go and land over there. Till the job is done, you are not going to talk. Let somebody knock, tuck, tuck, tuck. No, I am in meditation. See, friends, it's not difficult. Give it a try. So, सजीवती मनो यस्य मनने नैव जीवति जाता ते एव जगति जंतवः साधु जीविताः ये पुनर्न इह जायन्ते शेषा जरठ गर्दभाः. What a strong word use. See? He says, Jata te eva jagati jantavaha sadhu jivitaha. Only those are living the life which is worthy of a human being. What are they? Ye punarna iha jayante. They are not born again in this world. See, friends. Now be very attentive. This topic I am telling you is from Mahabharata, and it is in the topic called Sanat Sujatiya. There, the topic is death is an impossibility. Nobody dies. See? Only what is required? Vichar. Think properly. Only think, nothing else. Properly. Then what we have to think? See? If you think you are a body, then accept that you are a body and follow all the things associated with the body. But what happens? We consider ourselves to be body, but we do not want things happening to the body should happen to me. If the body is born, grows vertically, has diseases, one day dies, accept it. Cheerfully, happily. Fear of death is killing us, not actual death. Similarly, the mind also. Thought-free mind is consciousness. See? And therefore, how the thoughts express? Through words. So when we stop talking to ourselves, the thought formation is suspended. And then the mind dissolves in the consciousness like the ice cube dissolves in the water. See, friends, it's not difficult. We have to remain extremely alert. Therefore, ye punarna iha jayante shesha jarata gardavaha. And all others who are not attaining this in this very life, this is our last life. Don't talk about next life, what I am going to happen. See, one yogi, elderly man, he always used to have lectures after my lecture in Mumbai, from 1st to 7th January every year. So earlier my lecture used to be there on something, Upanishad, Gita, whatever. And thereafter 15 minutes break, and then he will come and give the lecture. Very elderly yogi. And we used to sit together, have tea or something before his class starts. So one day he told me, Swamiji, I know my 7 lives, what I was. In the last life, I was in Jabalpur. There I was in such and such house. Before that, I was in Dehradun. There I was. He told everything. And in the 7th life, I was a parrot. I said, oh, very good. Then he asked me, Swamiji, if you want, I can tell yours. I said, I know. You also know? I said, yes. What? In the last life, I was a donkey. This life also I continue. See, friends, Mind can do anything. See? Mana eva manusyanam karanam bandha mokshayoho bandhaya vishayasaktam muktam nirvishayam srutam. This mind can make a mess of our life, and therefore we are justifying. But is it not our duty? Friends, remove that disease of duty from your head. See? No duty. Seva. No compassion. Love. Makes such a difference in our life. So, Shesha Jarata Gardhavaha. And those who are not spending their life in learning from the day-to-day experiences of life, they are like the old donkeys. Jarata Gardhavaha. These are the words. Bharo vivekinaha shastram bharo jnanam charaginaha ashantasya manobharaha bharo anatmavidaha vapuhu. So, bharaha avivekinaha shastram. Those who are only talking scriptures, but they are not practicing what is said in the scriptures. Aviveki. See, friends, is so important to understand. Friends, when the food is digested, assimilated, it doesn't come out from the mouth because that is assimilated. In the same manner, if this knowledge is digested, assimilated, it doesn't come out of the mouth in the form of Padma Shri, Padma Vibhushan, Gadbadananda Maharaj. See, friends, why I am telling you this, if you go to Haridwar, Rishikesh, you come across these kind of things. There was one Swamiji, he is no more. I was with him many years. He was very old and I was very young that time. And very strong personality. So when he was given Diksha, so his name was given, for example, Swami Nityananda. But he was known by some other name earlier. So Swami Nityananda, he made a nice nameplate to be put on the door, and below that bracket, Mr. So-and-so, X, Mr. IAS officer. Then IAS still on his head. What kind of sannyas it is? Therefore, bharaha avivekinaha shastram. Friends, when the words carry the meaning, then only it has an impact on the listener. See, if I write, simple example, if I write on a paper, stone, and make a laddu out of it, and throw at Arvind Bhai, will it hit him? He will say, oh, what is that? He will open it. Oh, stone. Swamiji wants a stone. Okay. He will put a stone in that and make a laddu and hit me. It will hurt me. Because earlier, word was not carrying the meaning. Now the word is carrying the meaning. If the scriptures are digested, the words carry the meaning. Therefore, bharaha avivekinaha shastram. There was one Mahatma in Delhi. He was angry, number one, extremely angry. On small little thing, if somebody comes late, he is as if going to eat him. If somebody gets up halfway and goes away, he will become angry. And he was talking on Bhagavad Gita. Trividham narakassedam dvaram nashanam atmanaha kama krodhastatha lovaha tasmad etatrayam tyajet. And one elderly man, because of the BP, he got up and went out. You know BP? Bladder pressure. In old days, it is difficult to hold the bladder pressure. So he got up and was going on. And this Mahatma became so angry. Are you going to die if you sit here? Now that old fellow, he can't hold. See? But he became angry. After what? After telling this shloka. Trividham narakasedam dvaram nashanam kama krodhas tatha lobha tasmad etatrayam tejet. Give up anger. Understand? See, my friends, bhara, it becomes only a burden. What is the burden of scriptures? Be attentive. Burden of scripture is erudition and scholarship. That is the burden of scriptures. See, one example I'll tell you about this. This happened in the US. I went to somebody's house for lunch. So there were about 20-25 people also. All came. Swamiji, please give us some talk on Bhagavad Gita. I said, come on, I came for eating food, nothing else. Then there was one old man who had come to USA in that hostess house. So, Andho mein Kana Raja. So, he was teaching them Gita, and he said, Swami, please talk on second chapter of Gita. Now, old man and my hostess guest, maybe in-law, outlaw, who knows who is that. So I had to take food also, so I had to support that. So I finished second chapter in half an hour. Then question answer. I said, I don't answer questions. No, please, one question at least. So my host, Swami, please. पेट के लिए सब करना पड़ता है. Okay. You know what was the question? You will not believe this. Question was, how many verses are attributed to Dhritarashtra, Sanjay, Arjun and Bhagwan Sri Krishna? After studying Bhagavad Gita, this is the question. Examination like that. So I said, I don't know. No, you are avoiding. I said, okay, I'll tell you. One verse to Dhritarashtra, only one verse. Then Bhagwan Sri Krishna, no verses. Bhagwan Sri Krishna did not talk in Bhagavad Gita at all. When I said like this, he nearly jumped out of his skin. What? I said, yes. How can you say like that? I said, show me your Gita, please. So he took out the Gita, a standard book from Gita Press. I said, show where it is written. Bhagwan Sri Krishna Uvacha. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Bhagwan Ram is also Bhagwan. Shivji is also Bhagwan. And there was one old actor in India, his name was Bhagwan. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. But how can you say like that? I said, you said, is it not? What Bhagwan said in the 4th chapter? Ajopi sannavayatma bhutanam ishvaropi san prakritim samadhishtaya sambhavami atmamayaya. Ajaha api, I am unborn. Sri Krishna was born. So who was talking? Was it a Devaki Putra? Or Yashoda Manaranjana? Or Gopika Pranavallabha? Who was talking? Sakshat Paramatma, not Sri Krishna. Oh, why? Because erudition and scholarship takes you away from the truth. See, my friends, therefore, bharo avivekinaha shastram, then for them it becomes a burden. And jnanam cha ragidaha, and those who are too much attached to the worldly things, for them knowledge is a burden. How it is a burden? They know that smoking is not good. They know very well. But I don't know what to see. When I don't smoke, it becomes very difficult. Okay, only today I will do. Dhumrapanam, Shatagodanam, Ekekash Ganga Snanam. So, we know this is wrong and yet we do. It is such a painful experience. See? Like the corruption. The person who engages in corruption, he knows it is wrong. And yet he does it. And therefore he is suffering. in his own mind. See, there is one point. In the old age, if you ask to yourself, any time, is there any regret in your life? And then you will see that regret, maybe one or two or whatever, those regrets kill us in the old age. See? What is the regret? Kimahagam papam akarvam, kimahagam sadhuna karavam. What should have been done? Why I did not do that? And what should not have been done? Why did I do that in the past? And in the old age, there are 24 hours to live per day. And then all by yourself, then frustrated, depressed, dejected. Babaji, what happened? क्या होना है, मरो तो ठीक है. I want to commit suicide. See, therefore, we have to recognize this thing. Whatever we study, it must be practiced in life. When we know something is wrong, we must have courage to live that knowledge. Ashantasya manobharaha. And the third is mind. The one who is always disturbed, for him, mind is a burden. And therefore, such people go to drinks and drugs because they just want to quieten the mind. Ashantasya manobharaha, bharaha anatmavida vapuhu. And those who are anatmavida, those who think themselves to be the possessions, relations, and the body, for them, their own body is a burden for them. This is the analysis Bhagwan Ram has done in front of the great people. Ahankaravashad apad, ahankaravashad duradhayaha, ahankaravashad iha, nahankarat paroripuhu. There is no more terrible enemy than the ahankar. See? Once I came down from my flat in Mumbai, sat in the car. That very moment, somebody came. Swamiji, where are you going? So I said, I am going to toilet. Swamiji, why you say like that? I said, when I am sitting in the car, I am going out. Will I sit in the car and go inside my house? If this example is clear, when you sit in the car of the ahankar, you go out. Waking, ahankar is 100%. Dream, ahankar is 50%. Deep sleep, ahankar is 0. See? And because of this ahankar, ahankar is what? Association with the finite is ahankar. And dissociation with the finite is Paramatma. See? I am body is not the problem. The problem is, this body I am, that body I am not, problems begin. See? My daughter and my daughter-in-law, problems begin. See, friends, therefore, ahankara vashat apad. All the problems come in our life because of this ahankar. See? And how this ahankar comes? We want to assert how I am right. One of the best way to live happily in this world, remain dumb. You will never suffer in life. This is what I do in my life. Whether I should start the talk, yes, Swamiji, you start. Yes, after some time, after some time. Try this. You know whom I follow in all the characters of Mahabharata? Nakul Sahadev. They were the most intelligent one. How they were intelligent? Yudhishthir was the head and wise. Therefore, about the war, he has no problem. Bhima was confirmed that I had to open the chest of Dushasan and take out the heart like a Coca-Cola bottle and drink it. He had no problem. Nakul Sahadev, they were the most intelligent. They say, we are following our eldest brother. So we just follow him. Why think about? If you want to have freedom from thinking, don't be a leader, be a follower. See? Life becomes so simple. See? Throughout the world I move, I do not know anything. Somebody asked Swamiji, when is your lecture? Arvind Bhai, when is the lecture? He has to worry, I am relaxed. See friends, therefore, ahankara vashad apad, ahankara vashad duralaya. And because of this ahankar, we have the anguish of suffering in this life. See friends, whenever you are hurt, it is the ahankar. See. And therefore, what should be spiritual practice? Don't become miserable. Pretend you are happy. It doesn't matter. Pretend you are happy. If somebody does a mistake and asks you, how are you? No, don't do that. Just talk though. Say with force. How are you? I am on the top of the world. He should jump. But then our word should carry that meaning. Otherwise, how are you? On the top of the world. No. See, friends, therefore, you know why people show their pain and miseries? Only to seek attention. See? While walking from here, if I pretend that something has happened to my back and I fall down, nearly fall down, immediately, Swamiji, what happened? What happened? If you give attention to me earlier, why I have to do this drama? Remember this thing, very simple thing. Whenever we are having a strong ego, we seek attention. Now you can learn it from your own house. You must be having dogs. When you go home, the dog wants attention and he will be climbing all over. And if you don't give attention, he will make noise. Attend to me, attend to me. Therefore, ahankara vashad duradaya. Then ahankara vashad iha. Iha means desires. So what is ahankara? I want this, I want that, I don't like this, I don't like this. No. Everything is fine. One of the simple method which I follow, try. Never take a position of a decision maker. Be a follower. Relax. Otherwise, keep on thinking this, then don't worry, relax. Then, nahankarat paro ripuhu. There is no terrible enemy than our own ahankar. Itastatasya suvyagram vyarthameva abhidhavati durataram cheto grame kaunayako yatha. And this mind of ours is running from here to there and it is always perplexed, disturbed. Like in the villages, the unowned dogs are running from here to there, there to there. They are nobody. In the same manner, our minds are like a dog which is not controlled. It runs here and there. And therefore, we have to start working on our mind. Don't be too much pampering the mind. न प्राप्नोति किंचित कंचित प्राप्तेरपि महाधनैहि नान्तस् पूर्णतामेति करंडक इवाम्बुभिः. So, whatever we may get, it will never be enough. We always want something to be added again and again, and therefore, na antaha sampurnatameti. You can never discover fulfillment by possession of the things and by relations in your life. Recognize this. It's so important. Once we are clear about this thing, without any efforts, we remain at peace with ourselves. And this is what is the spiritual life. Karandaka Ivamubhi, our struggle to attain peace and happiness in this world is like take the sieve, what we use for, let us take for tea sieving, take the sieve and try to fill it with the water. It can never happen. In the same manner, worldly things can never give us fulfillment in life. Apyabdipanad mahatah sumerun mulanad api vanni ashanad sadho vishama chitta nigraha. See? Chitta nigraha, control of the mind, is so difficult as compared to api abdipanat mahata. One will be able to drink the whole ocean possible. Sumeru unmalanat api. One may be able to uproot the mountains. Vanni ashanat sadho. One can drink the whole fire, but controlling the mind is very difficult. In somebody's place we went, the talk is there all on YouTube. There this topic came. One is what is the topic? Mind? We do exercise for the body. And we work by the body, we work on the body. Working by the body, you do your business, job, etc. Working by the body. Working on the body, you are doing exercise. When we do exercise, we don't earn anything out of it. Why we do it? To keep the body healthy. If this is clear, what we have done till date to work on our mind. Think. Working by the body, working on the body is easy to understand. What is working by the mind and working on the mind? Think. Working by the mind is default settings. देखो सुनो बोलते रहो. Has anybody asked us? But we have to have comments. Therefore, our Mahamantra, देखो सुनो मत बोलो. This is our default setting. About everything we have got opinion, we have got suggestion, we have got advice, we have got evaluation, we have got direction. No need. It's so important, friends. So, that is working by the mind. Now, if we want to keep the mind healthy, then we have to work on the mind. Now, to keep the mind healthy, what will be required? Keeping the mind healthy is these few mantras. First, don't talk to yourself. Second, before we talk to others on any topic, ask a question to yourself. Is it necessary to talk? देखो सुनो मत बोलो. No comments. This is working on the mind. Therefore, sadho vishamaha chitta nigraha. Bhagavan when tells Arjuna, so Arjuna says, chanchalam hi mana krishna pramathi balvadrudam tasyaham nigraham manne vayoriva sudushkaram. Hey Krishna, the controlling the mind is very difficult. Why? Chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramathi balavadrudam. 4 things. Chanchalam, very fickle, constantly moving, chanchalam. Then pramathi, not only it is disturbed, it disturbs us also. Pramathi, balavad is very strong, and drudam, obstinate. These are the 4 qualities of the mind. For such a mind to control is very difficult. Bhagavan says, yes, it is difficult, but not impossible. Then what is the sadhana? Bhagavan says, abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha griyate. The day we start working on our mind, we are reborn. See? And this birth never dies. The body which is given to us by our parents, it is not for living, it is for dying. Everybody has to die. But once we start working on our mind, the mind never dies. See, friends. And therefore, sadho vishamaha chitta nigraha. सर्व संसार दोषाणाम तृष्णैका दीर्घ दुःखदाः नासिधारा न वज्रांशी न तप्ताय कर्णिका शिशा तथा तीक्ष्णा यथा ब्रह्मन तृष्णेयम हृदि संस्थिता. And sarva samsara doshanam trishna eka dirgha dukkhada. This desire in our heart is the most miserable entity in our life. Trishna means what? Whatever is that, we are not satisfied. We want more and more and more. And there is no end to it. It's not only money, expectations from the people around us. See? And those expectations have no end. Therefore, dirgha dukkhada. And such people, although they become old, yet they have nothing except complaints about this world, about the people, because too much expectation. Therefore, friends, I am specifically suggesting and addressing the elderly people in our society. Don't get involved too much in the lives of your children. Let them live their life. You have destroyed your life, let them destroy their life. No, but we want to help them how to destroy the life. We are expert in that. See, then you will withdraw and then you can think what Bhagavan Rama is thinking. See, having born as a human being, if we are not able to contemplate, learn and evolve into the divinity, our life is a complete wastage. Therefore, this kind of contemplation, what Bhagavan Rama has showed at the age of 15 or 16. See, friends. See? Api meru samam pradhyam api shuram api stiram truni karoti trusnaika nivishena nirottamam. Somebody may be extremely wise and very well read and very powerful and everything, but Trishna eka truni karoti. But one single desire is enough to destroy everything. It is so important. Therefore, our Mahamantra, na kuch pana, na kuch khona, nothing to gain, nothing to lose. See? This experience is Bhagwan Ram. We have not done anything. You cannot describe this experience because it is beyond the scope of speech and mind. This is on account of reflection and contemplation on our day-to-day life's experiences. Give it a try and be happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.